What's going on, everybody? As you can see from the blue background, my Smackdown T-shirt. This is once again time for another Smackdown review. So, with that being said, no recap. I don't think they had a recap at all for last week. This is the go home show. This is the show. I think this Friday Night SmackDown, was in Scotland because the crowd was crazy. The crowd was crazy, and I love the international crowd. They are so awesome. Um, they started off the show uh, where I thought it was about to be like Bailey coming out to do like a promo, but actually it was just the first match of the night, which is Naomi versus Chelsea Green, and Chelsea Green would make when she made her entrance. She did cut like a little small promo, just saying that they're gonna handle out two crushing defeats. She's gonna defeat Naomi tonight, and then she's gonna and then Piper Niven is gonna go on to defeat Chelsea Green. I mean Bailey. I said Chelsea Green. Going to defeat Bailey at which we call it Clash at the Castle. This was a pretty good match. They had like a little botch here and there, but it was still a pretty good match between Naomi and Chelsea Green. Didn't take the match didn't go on for too long. I think it was like an 8 to 10 minute match, but Naomi would get I think she got like a roll up victory. Yeah, she got like a roll up victory on Chelsea Green. And then we got Baron Corbin backstage thanking whatchamacallit Nick Aldis for the fresh start opportunity on SmackDown. But they would get interrupted by Santos Escobar and the Delta Tasman teasing Corbin for teasing Corbin by telling Nick Aldis that he's giving out charity, which kind of got Baron Corbin a little heated. But mainly, we found out that Santos was and Legado del Fantasma was fine for the attack on Apollo Crews last week, and that Santos said that despite the attack, it seemed that Apollo Crews is fine and able to compete, so that won't last too much longer, and that he will. He told Nick Aldis that to make up for what he did last week for ruining his show by not having the match. He said they're going to give him the match that he should have had last week. But instead of Apollo Crews going him against Angel Garza or Herberto, he's going him against Santos himself. Then we get the next segment, which is the Grayson Waller effect, which features DIY. And this was basically a good one. This was they try to further the little descent between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, but DIY basically came out and demanded a tag team championship match that they wanted one. They actually tried to get it for tonight, but Grayson Waller and Austin Theory said no. And even Wade Barrett mentioned on commentary that the one that he's even like kind of not impressed with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller's being champion because they have not defended the titles a lot, and which he is telling the truth because you compare it to because the Miz and R-Truth, they defended their titles way more than Grayson Waller and them had. DIY played mind games with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, trying to further, take them apart. And I think they even had Johnny Gargano going talking personally with Austin Theory in the ring, saying that I was proud of you. We go way back. I'm proud of you with what you accomplished, but he's just using you. This will break down to a brawl that would end with DIY standing tall. I think Tommaso Ciampa had like Grayson Waller's sunglasses, and they were sitting there taking fake pictures with the championship, basically setting them up for future tag team championships. We got a backstage promo with Kevin Owens and the Street Profits, basically the Street Profits telling them that they will have his back when it comes time for his match against Sol Sokoa later on tonight. Um, did I get that? Oh yeah, okay, that's the next one. Okay, good. Um, we got the second match, which is Santos Escobar versus Apollo Cruz, which was a good one. Which was a good one. This was a good match for the most part. Um, Baron Corbin would make his presence known to even up the odds, which is crazy because it's way more than out there for Tasman, but for the most part, he did even up the odds, allow Apollo Cruz to have an actual one-on-one match with Santos, which actually made Apollo Cruz look better because which I like what they were trying to do. They basically try to say that because of the numbers game, when that's neutralized, people like Apollo Cruz actually have a chance of winning. But because it wasn't when it's not neutralized, it's like they basically don't have a chance. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Um, but of course, the number game of Electra Lopez and Humberto and them coming back, caused Santos to get the victory. And I like how Santos, as they was going up the ramp, was saying, "The numbers game, baby. It's the numbers game. It's too much for you." uh, Then we get the next segment, which is Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes coming out to cut a promo where he basically was talking about AJ Styles and how AJ Styles was, the whole thing about when you want to retire, you don't want to become that guy that's always looking for that one more match, that one last run. And he accused AJ Styles of being that guy, of looking and becoming that guy. But this will bring out AJ Styles, who would confront Cody Rhodes, telling Cody Rhodes. Now I love the crowd here in this situation because the crowd was amazing. They hardly would let anyone, even Cody, at times couldn't talk because the crowd was just so loud and so amazing. But um, I applaud both Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles for being able to cut their promos, despite the fact that the crowd was just insane. Um, but AJ came out to confront Cody and tell him that he's too phenomenal to quit, um, and that unlike him, Cody Rhodes has quit everything that he's ever been a part of. He quit WWE. Then he told him he quit New Japan and Impact and all this type of stuff. He ran down all the promotions he's been in since he left WWE the first time. He even brought up AEW, but he didn't say AEW. He said this. He said this man started a promotion with his friends, and then he quit that too. But Cody Rhodes will respond saying that he didn't quit those promotions. He bet on himself to chase something better, to chase something more just prestigious, chase something better, and which led him to becoming to having the most prestigious title, the most important title in this industry, the WWE Championship. Um, and that uh, then AJ Styles promised that he understands that Cody is tough. He's seen his match with Seth Rollins when he wrestled with a torn pec. He said, but he's not Seth Rollins. He's AJ Styles, and that he's going to do whatever he got to do to make Cody Rhodes say, "I quit." He said he understands it's not going to be easy, but that he's gonna do whatever he got to do, even that means beating Cody Rhodes so bad that Cody Rhodes would say I quit because it would be like a godsend, a gift to him to end the suffering, and that's what he'll have to do. Then we got the Street Profits backstage talking, but they would get attacked by the Bloodline, and they would get confronted by Nick Aldis, who would tell them that due to their attack on the bloodline, that Nick has barred both the Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga from ringside, and that if any one of them shows up at ringside during this match, that he will have all three of them suspended. Kevin Owens did try to get at them and stuff like that. Um, and then no, wait a minute. No, I'm wrong. That was just the attack that Kevin Owens trying to get at there. I'm sorry. Sorry guys, I jumped ahead of myself. That was just the attack by the bloodline, and then they uh they would just walk away, and Kevin Owens tried to get at them. I messed that up. Then we got the third match, which was a quick match between Mia Yim and Nia Jax. That had what you call it, Tiffany Stratton at ringside, and Tiffany Stratton was a good addition here. She was a good addition. She was on commentary, but the match was good for the most part. It didn't really have that much. It didn't really have that much. Like Mia got some offense in. She hit the eat the feet, but then uh, Tiffany would throw water on Mia, which was distract her. She would put Tiffany over the announcer table, sitting over the announcer table. But when she got in the ring, she got demolished and got the annihilator for the 1, 2, 3. Nia Jax is her victor. Um, then Kevin Owens will be interviewed backstage, where he will inform that the Street Profits was too banged up to be at ringside to have his back, but it's okay that he's gonna go and face the bootleg bloodline like he always have been. So he's ready to face them alone. And then we got LA Knight and Logan Paul promo. We got to see Logan Paul at his little Tetris tournament, but then we got to see that when he got back home from the tournament, LA Knight made good on his promise last Friday and actually showed up to Logan Paul's house. I like how they did it with it. Logan Paul was told that his friend from LA was in his house. He said a friend from LA, LA. He's like, oh no. He realized when he heard LA, he was like, oh no. And he went and saw LA Knight in his pool. He was like, man, no man, get out. Like, what are you doing here? This is too far, man. Get out. This is not cool. LA Knight basically was taunting him, saying if we would have got here, we could have had a whole party and whatnot. But he told him he'll see him next Friday and to bring the United States Championship. He said it's not cool, man. Show up at my house with his catchphrases and everything. Then we got Carmelo Hayes, who would cut an in-ring promo saying that LA Knight was a bum for going to LA Knight's house to cut those lame catchphrases in that Latin promo. Because they both said something about, I think LA Knight said something about Latin. Cody, because Logan Paul said he was like a Latin reject or something like that. And then LA Knight brought it up, and then Carmelo Hayes brought it up. And Carmelo Hayes did announce that he will be he'll be in the Money in the Bank match and become Mr. Money in the Bank. Then we got the promo where the bloodline, where I said from earlier, where the bloodline was basically confronted by Nick Aldis, and Nick Aldis would bar Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa from the ringside and told them, and that if they appear at ringside, they'll be suspended. The part that I cut myself off on when I realized I was talking about the wrong promo at the time was that Paul Heyman was trying to give counsel to Solo Sikoa, telling him that a loss to Kevin Owens will lose his credibility as leader to some guys that already doesn't respect leadership in the first place. But Solo said, "No, you're wrong. You if I lose tonight, I'm coming after you." And then we would get a promo from Alba Fire and Issa Dawn, who just came out to hype up that being in the triple threat tag team match, and said that they will become the new tag team champions. Then we get the main event. The main event, which is Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. And this was a good one. It was a good match. Um, with the thing was, will Paul Heyman get involved to save his own skin? Um, and we got that answered. It was a good match though. They would go at each other for the most part. Kevin Owens held his own, and Kevin Owens even had the match won at one point. But Paul Heyman scared. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, he had hit the stunner on Solo and everything, but Paul Heyman scared that Solo would come after him. Did his job, and because of the stunner was right there by the ropes in front of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman put Solo's foot on the ropes and caused the referee's attention, to which broke up the 3 count, which caused Kevin Owens to get mad and go after Paul Heyman. Well, Paul Heyman's begging for his life, pleading and trying to tell him I had to, because he was trying to tell him about the threat, but Kevin Owens didn't care. He was gonna beat the hell out of Paul Heyman, but Solo with Samoan Spike, Kevin Owens, and then throw him in the ring, and then Samoan Spike him again for the 1, 2, 3, and then after the bell run, Tonga and Tonga Loa would show up and help beat down Kevin Owens. But Randy Orton's music would hit, and he would come out to the ring and basically help Kevin Owens fend off Tama Tonga and the Bloodline. Well, I should say just the Bloodline to end the show. Though I will admit, I will say this: not Kevin Owens, but Randy Orton was in ring gear, so that lets me know there was a dark match after the show ended. So, with that being said, though, this was a good go home show. The women didn't really get too much time to shine in this episode, and most things just was a formality at this point. Nothing new was added to the show, so it was just basically a standard go home show. So it gets a 7 out of 10. Big ups for me. But you let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed my reaction to this, you know what to do. You hit this button right here for all of my season 3. Wrong video. For all of my reviews. And if you enjoyed the video so much, you want to support the channel, all you gotta do. I did so many reactions that I had that embedded. But yeah. If you enjoy my video so much and want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. We're trying to reach to 10,000 subscribers. Then it'll be a new goal, and maybe a surprise at that point. And as always, hit one of these videos for more of my amazing content. I'm gonna go anywhere because I got more. Peace.